Welcome back, Gemini. Don't forget to click that like button. Don't forget to click that hype button, guys, because it does help the channel. Gemini, I'm hearing that you've had a problem for most of your life. Well, I would say since you could remember. You've had this problem where people have treated you a certain kind of way and you just didn't understand why. Why were they treating you this way? Why did they treat you the way that they were doing? Why would they talk to you in a certain kind of way? That kind of thing. It was as though you were being punished, but you never understood why you were being punished. That kind of energy. Like, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong to make people treat you a certain kind of way? Well, I'm hearing that people have just misjudged you practically your whole life, if not for your whole life. And they have been doing this for years. I mean, like, so far back that as far as you can remember, people have treated you this way for years. And I'm hearing that people are beginning to realize that they misjudged you now. Now that you're an adult and you're older. See, what is going on here is that you have this happy-go-lucky type of personality. You look for the good. You try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You try not to take things so seriously. You know, you try to like include everybody. It's like you have this happy-go-lucky, I want to say maybe like a bubbly type of personality. Yeah. Yeah, that's the right word. A bubbly type of personality. You're just happy. And you want to share that happiness. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, being optimistic and always looking at the good or hoping for the good. If you have a choice of being miserable or being happy, you choose to be happy. Regardless of the situation, doesn't matter. You choose to be happy. You choose to look at life and things and situations. You prefer to look at the good and be happy. Well, the thing is because you don't show your serious side so much. You rather have a good time instead. You have that air about you, like, you want to have a good time, you want to talk, you want to socialize, and you don't seem to get rattled really easily, you know. And so people think that, you have no real opinions to you. Like, nothing bothers you, and it bothers them that nothing bothers you. And this is where the misjudgment, the way that they have, I want to say, underestimated you. This is the root of that. It's because you come off that way, so they think, oh, they think you're an airhead. But it's not the truth. It's not the truth. So people thought that they could treat you bad and they could use you as their little personal punching bag because, there were serious things going on in the world, even though you were a child and you had no control over these things, right? You were just a child when this started. So we're talking about adults around you who were looking at you like, how can you be so happy? There's a WAR going on over there, and this and that is going on. You were a child. But even as you grew up, people still treated you this way. And these were people who didn't really know you. And that's the thing. These are people that really didn't know you. Because if they really sat down and, spoke to you, then they would know there was a lot more to you than what meets the eye. Just because you choose to be happy doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you choose to be happy. You choose to look at the bright side. But that's not how they see it. So I'm hearing like a lot of people try to treat you like their own personal little punching bag. They try to point you out. Those kinds of things. Well, something you said recently has gotten people's eyes open. That there's a whole lot more to you than meets the eye. Yeah, you're happy go lucky. Yeah, you get along with everybody. And yes, you're very optimistic, but you're not an airhead. You know, you're not an airhead, and I think that's something that these people are finally realizing. Because you said something recently and they're like, what? I don't know what you said, but you said something. It's not just that, Gemini. There's a lot of things, even though you have stress or you have problems, you don't take it out on other people. And for whatever reason, that the fact that you don't do that makes people think that you don't have problems. You know, that doesn't make sense. Like, who doesn't have problems? Come on. We're in the year 2026. Who nowadays doesn't have problems, It's illogical, but that's what they think. They think that you don't have no problems, so they get aggravated with you because they feel like, oh, your life is so perfect. Just because you don't carry your problems, from home to work and vice versa, your problems at work to home, just because you don't do that doesn't mean you don't have problems. What are they thinking? They're not thinking, that's the problem. They're just reacting. So if you've had people be mean to you and you're like, why? Why are these people being mean? Why don't they like me? Why are they picking on me? I could feel, you could feel it. I know you can. You could feel it. You could feel their energy, you know? Especially when you come in the room. Why do they all of a sudden get so serious? Why all of a sudden they get quiet? It's not that they're talking about you, Gemini. I want you to know, because I'm pretty sure that that's one of the things that possibly has crossed your mind. Like, hey, are they talking about me? That kind of thing. Because anybody who walks in and everybody gets quiet would automatically think that. But that's not what it is. What it is because they feel like if they were to tell you or talk to you about something serious, that you wouldn't give them the reaction that they want. Or you're incapable of giving them the reaction that they want. And don't get me wrong, it's not like they are telling themselves this and they understand this and they're consciously telling themselves this. They're not. This is an unconscious thing that they do. They feel like if they tell you the problems, that you're not going to take it serious, you're going to still look at the bright side. Because you always look at the bright side, I'm hearing for one of you, your motto is, if you can't change it, then why worry about it? If you can't do something about it, then why be stressed about it? And because of that, you look younger than your years. So it's paying off, Shaking off all that stress or any stress that you have, it's paying off. Not always feeling like you need to be in control. See, the thing is that you do this, right? Other people are not like you. Other people feel like they need to be in control. They need to be stressed out. They need to figure things out, or they need to manipulate people or manipulate situations so they could get what they want. Because that's what they do. That's where they're putting their energy. The thing is that you're surprising people. Now, somebody specifically around you seems to be extremely concerned about something that you said this past week. It's not that you said anything that was alarming. It's not that you said anything that is considered like illegal or that you're a troublemaker or anything like that. It's nothing like that, right? It's just that you said something that was extremely deep. That means that you are a deep thinker. In other words, you're more intelligent than this person's used to. Okay, like you said something that was extremely intelligent, and people are like, where is that coming from? And how is it that you figured this out, Gemini, and they didn't? Or how is it that you see something a certain kind of way that they were unable to? See, because you're supposed to be the airhead, remember? So how can you be the smart one? Oh, you know what this reminds me of? It just hit me. You know Chrissy on Three's Company? You know how she was real bubbly and always happy, happy go lucky, and everybody thought that she wasn't so smart. And it turned out she was like really, really smart. She just chooses to be happy. Do y'all remember this? Some of y'all might be way too young to remember this show, but something about this. I wonder, was she a Gemini on that show? I don't know. That is definitely something we should look into, right? Anyways, that's the first one. And you know what? I'm sure if I sat down and think about it, I'm sure I could find other characters from sitcoms who were. Oh, you know, another one would be the youngest sister from Mike and Molly. Molly's little sister. Remember how she kind of like acted like she was an airhead, and she didn't seem to like, take life so serious and this and that. And then at the end, to find out that not only was she not in debt like Molly was, remember, guys? This is recent, so y'all got to remember this show. Molly finds out that not only is her little sister, can't remember her name right now, was not in debt, because Molly had this huge debt because Molly was a big shopaholic, remember? But not only was she not in debt, she was saving money, had thousands of dollars saved up, and was investing her money in the stock market and actually was doing pretty well. Ain't that crazy? You see what I'm saying? Something like that is going on here. With the one with Chrissy in Three's Company, I can't remember the episode right now. It was just something that popped in my head. So I can't remember a specific show that, where it came out that Chrissy was like really smart. I know it did. I remember thinking, oh wow, she was really smart. I can't remember a specific episode, but I do remember on Mike and Molly. Yeah, there was one episode. I know because I have all the DVDs because I like Mike and Molly. Yeah, and I just watched it. I watched that episode, I think maybe like a year ago, maybe longer. Anyways, that's what's going on here. Something that you said, Gemini, is changing this person's point of view. But now this person sees you as a threat. Yeah, they're really concerned. See, you weren't a threat before, but now you are. They're seeing you as some kind of, I want to say competition, but it's more beyond competition. It's more of you being able to take this person's place. Yeah. They're worried that you're going to take their place. Now, this could be at work, like you could take their position. Like they're seeing you as somebody who could actually do the job, take their job away from them. Or this could be like their status in a group. Like their status in a group. Like, because this person can see other people coming to you and asking you for, your opinion. It's a nightmare of theirs, actually. It's something that they're like so freaked out about. That to the point where this person can't sleep. They're worried because, see, they didn't see that part of you before. So it makes them really nervous about what else is there to you. Like, how much more is there of that, what you said? How much more of that are you hiding? Like, how much brilliance do you have? Because they're worried if they could see it now, they're worried about who else could see it. You know what I mean? Like, who else can see what you've been hiding? See, but the thing is, they don't understand. It's not like you've been hiding this. You know what I'm saying? You haven't been hiding it. You've just been choosing to be happy. But they feel like you have, Like, you've been hiding something. You've been hiding something. You've been hiding a part of yourself. See, and now they feel like there's a reason why, and there must be a reason, and why would you do that? Why would you act one way, but then turn around and actually you're really serious minded. You have a serious side to you, because whatever you said, it proved that you're very, you have a serious mind. Like you have a deep thinking mind. Not everybody can think as deep as you. Maybe that's why you act this way when you get in public, because you are such a deep thinker that you finally want a relief. When you get around people, you don't want to be thinking so deeply, so you just want to have a good time and socialize and enjoy yourself, because you are such a deep thinker. So when you're alone, I'm guessing you must think all the time. Like you're always playing things out in your head, bit by bit, to the point where it becomes like a slow motion movie. Have you seen those old fashioned movies like in the old days? And it looked like they were taking cards and just like flipping it. It's like, and the person was just like moving along. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the old time in books that they would make, and the little figures would be moving slowly. You might play things out like that. And the point is that because you do that, when you're alone, it can be exhausting, because your brain just won't stop. You're thinking so hard. But the thing is that that's how you do things. That's how you navigate things. Everybody navigates in a different rhythm. Your navigation, I'm hearing, is a higher vibration. That's why when you play things out in your head, you play them in like screens. Like this is leading to this, and that's leading to this, and it just keeps going. Because that's how you figure things out. Yeah. This person, I'm going to tell you, you being a deep thinker, Gemini. You are public enemy number one to this person now. Because they can see you moving in on their territory. Their words, not mine. Okay? That's their words, not mine. But yeah, they could see you moving in on their territory. They could see you taking over something. That's why they're so worried. Because there's a side of you they never knew. This person is finally realizing that you're not the airhead that they thought. You're actually, way up there. So they see you as like management material or supervisor material. You know what I'm saying? Like they see your potential now. That's what it is. They see what you're capable of, and they don't like it. This person wants to talk to you, Gemini. Just be ready, because this person is coming toward you, and they are coming to pick your brain. Okay? I want you to know that. They're going to come to you and they're going to be like, oh, they're going to test you in such a way. I don't understand exactly how this test is going to go, but this person's going to test you. They're going to say things like, oh, we have this problem or that problem, and what do you think? What should we do? They're going to ask you. These might be actual problems, or they could just be make-believe problems, because they just want to hear what you have to say. This person is trying to evaluate how much of a threat you are. Just be aware. Be aware, because I'm going to tell you something. People who get jealous, I'm not seeing this person as being jealous yet, but it's coming. And the thing is jealous people can become dangerous people, especially when they feel like they're going to lose a lot. And when I mean by a lot, I'm talking about they're going to lose their home, they're going to lose their car, they're going to lose whatever else is going on in their personal life, being able to afford these things. You're becoming a big threat. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. My third eye is telling me this person has been hearing by other people that getting a job right now is not so easy. You know what I mean? Like they're hearing from their friends and this person and that person, family members. You know, that getting a job right now is not easy. So that's putting this person in a situation where it's a situation where this person feels like they're getting put in a corner. Like, because if you can take over, if you can figure things out, and you can manage or micromanage something better than them, and they could lose their job, they're going to lose their livelihood, their personal life is going to fall apart. You know? There's a lot laying on the line here. Spirit wants you to be aware of this because be careful with what you say, especially around this person. Now, this person could have dark hair, okay? Could have wavy hair, possibly. If it's a male, we're talking about a man who's at least 5'10". If it's a female, she might be like 5'4", 5'5". Possibly. Dark hair, wavy, brown eyes, or what's the color? Amber, I think they're called. Amber eyes. She might, or he might have amber eyes. Mm-hmm. This person might even come to you and try to like bond with you. You know what they say, right? You keep your enemies what is it? You keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer, right? Something like that. Yeah, this person wants to keep you close because you are slipping into enemy territory now. You're becoming in their mind, you're public enemy number 1 because you could have this person lose everything just by you being as intelligent as you are. Uh-huh. See, and the thing is that the way that you are, I bet you anything that you look really young for your age. You know what I mean? Because of how you are. Yeah, you might be a deep thinker, but you don't you have a way of doing it. That's the thing. Just like I said, when you go out in public, you talk to people, you shake off all that stress. You know, you don't want to be stressed out. You know, you want to have a good time. You want to joke around, right? You want to be free, or you want to, you know what I mean? Like, feel free. Because you have problems just like everybody else. I don't know why people think you don't have problems. Well, I know why. It's because of the way you act. But you know what I'm saying? Like, how's that? Like, hello? But anyways, be careful with this person. Spirit wants you to know this person's not jealous, but they're getting jealous. It's coming. And when this person gets jealous and the way that they are thinking, and because of the problems that they see going on around them, they see you as a threat. A threat, a big threat. Okay? This spirit wants you to be cautious with this person. Okay, this person could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person could also be a Pisces, a Leo is coming out. I don't know if you know this person's sign. Sagittarius is coming out. Hmm. Be careful here because it looks like they're going to try to cut you out of something. Something that you've been putting energy into. Something that you could be in, possibly like in the middle of something. Okay, like you're in the middle of something, and this person wants to come and cut you out. So you might be in the process of like entering into something. This might be for one of you. You're applying for something, and this person is trying to like cut you out or get you disqualified. Like, for instance, maybe you're trying to volunteer somewhere, right? And they realize, oh crap, if Gemini volunteers over there, it's going to look good on Gemini's resume, and for sure, Gemini will get this position. Something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So you might be like volunteering or thinking about volunteering somewhere. That might be very significant, okay? And this person trying to make it where you can't volunteer. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, Gemini, I am going to get out of this reading. Okay, this is what's going on. Spirit is saying be careful with this person. This person cannot regulate their emotions, they're not good at it. And jealousy is a very negative, very strong emotion to have towards somebody. Okay, and the fact that this person sees you as a threat could be a very bad situation. Okay, you got angel number 20 coming out for you. It says you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. This could be also something that makes you a threat. I always feel like there's a sign or a message in these cards that's beyond what they say. You know what I mean? On the face, right? Like there's messages here. And I feel like for you, Gemini, with how you have this ability to persuade others to your point of view, that could be why this person feels like you're a huge threat. Oops, more of a threat than other people. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we got angel number 2 coming out for you. It says, you have great talent for finding solutions. Ooh. I'm telling you, this is why you're such a threat. And they're going to test you. Okay? Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. Yeah, you would make a great manager. With this kind of skill, oh yeah. You'd make a good manager, good supervisor, something like that. Something in management. Oh yeah. You're a threat. Just so you know, Gemini. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is what's going on. You are showing your personality. You are showing more of yourself around this person, and it's getting dangerous. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys. Y'all take care. Catch me in the next one. Of course, use your own discernment. 2, don't turn your back on this person. Okay? Because this person's they're about to go off. This person is going to a lot of personal problems at this time. All right? And it's not all about you. There's other stuff going on, in the background. You know what I mean? This person's getting ready to snap, so be careful. All right? Y'all take care. Bye-bye.